Hello, my name is Jillian Clifford and I'm a rising senior dance major and communications minor from Buffalo, New York. I'm approaching my third year on Bisonettes, and today I'll just be showing you a glam game day look. The look today is going to be featuring some gold eyeshadow, some brown eyeshadow, and of course our classic red lip. So let's just get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is prime my face. I just use this CoverGirl and Olay Simply Ageless primer. It was really the first one I saw, so I picked it up when I first got it, but yeah. So now I'm just gonna dot this all over my face and rub it in. So next I'm gonna move on to brows, of course. We gotta fleek the brows. For my brows, I just use this NYX gel liner actually. I just like it better than eyebrow pomade. And I'm also gonna use this angled liner brush for my brows. What I tend to do is do a line underneath and then just blend it up, just because I don't want it to be too dark and I want to make sure that it blends in the middle. So now that I'm done filling in my brows, I'm just going to go in with this spoolie brush and just brush all the hairs to make sure that they're in place and then that the middle is not too dark. Now, of course, I'm going to go in with some concealer to clean up the brows and make sure that they look like sisters and not cousins. So I'm just going in with this HD concealer and foundation and just a little concealer brush and and I'm just going to clean up underneath the brows and just make sure the shape is what I want it to look like. Now that my eyebrows are cut with the concealer, I'm just going to go back in with the spoolie and brush them again to make sure that everything's set in place. So next we're going to move on to the eyes. Instead of eye primer, I'm just going to use some concealer and set it with some powder. So now that I'm done setting and priming my eyes, I'm going to start by putting color on the crease, which is going to be a light brown. I'm using this palette by Juvia's and this light brown shade. So I'm going to take a crease brush and I'm just going to build my crease with brown until it's the shade that I want. So now that both of my creases are blended, I'm going to cut my crease with the lighter color concealer and the same concealer brush I used earlier. I personally have hooded eyes, as you can see right here and here, so my crease is like this big. So what I normally do is I put a little bit on my lid and I look up to get the perfect round shape that I need for you to see the color of my lid. So now that my creases are cut, in order to keep the lid eyeshadow from creasing, I'm going to go back in with some powder and just set the concealer. So now that I've set my lids, I'm going to go in with the Cheers to Beauty palette by Colored Rain. And I'm going to use this sparkly gold shade called Nightingale. So now that I have sparkles literally everywhere, I'm going to go back in with the Juvia's palette and I'm going to use this light brown color again just to blend a little bit more towards the outside, as well as this darker brown shade right here just to give the look a little bit more definition and dimension. So before I continue on with the lower eyeshadow and of course lashes, I'm going to do my face. First, I'm going to brush off any fallout that came from the eyeshadow away from my eyes with this fluffy brush. So to start off my face, I'm going to go in with the same concealer I used for my eyebrows. And I'm going to conceal under my eyes and any red spots I might have. Now I'm going to go in with this NYX Total Control Foundation Now that my foundation is blended out, I'm going to finish up the eyeshadow with just putting a little bit of the light brown color underneath my eyes just to tie everything together. Continuing with my face, I'm going to use this angled contour brush and a darker powder shade for my contour on my cheekbones, my forehead, and my chin. Now I'm just going to go in with some blush. So now I'm going to put on some lashes. I believe these are Ebin lashes in the style Sassy. Because I don't put eyeliner on, I like to use a dark strip lash glue. It just blends better with my eyelash line rather than white or clear. So now that my lashes are applied, I'm going to just put some mascara on my bottom lashes to match. Trying not to make a weird face, but this is really hard. So now, of course, everyone's favorite part, including mine, is highlight. I just have this beauty store palette here, and I'm going to take a fan brush and use this color right here. Only you could see what my counter looks like right now. A mess. See that. Last but not least, of course, we have to do the classic Bisonette red lip. So first I'm just going to apply some chapstick. We don't want ashy lips underneath our red lip, of course. Next, I'm going to take this Red Sea lipstick by Colored Rain and just apply it per usual. Yeah, so this is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed, I hope you could follow along, and I hope you have a new look to add to your collection. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as all of our other social media platforms. And yeah, have a great day, stay safe, and wear a mask.